Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Enemy 100, and welcome back to my channel. And today we're playing Monster Truck Championship. Now, I've already played through this a little bit, and I have to say the game is actually pretty fun. But there are a few problems that I have with this. But I will tell you, like I said before, this game is really fun. This game was made by Unreal Engine, and they have been known to have some pretty good games. And this right here is one of them. But it does have its fair share of problems. But I'm going to continue with career. I started my career yesterday. And as you can see, I've already advanced to Dirty Race, or whatever the heck that is. I didn't mean to go over there. So I'm going to go on to Dirty Race, which apparently is in Las Vegas. I have to pay money for this? Are you serious? I've already done... Well... I don't care. Let's go. Let's pay the money and go. Shit. Now, my truck is painted red because I don't have a sponsor yet.
The most exciting monster truck show in the country. The whole
Grand Stadium in Nevada.
Because the dual competition is about to kick in. Brace yourselves.
Don't you mean Samboy Stadium? I gotta tell you, it does. It looks exactly like the stadium in real life, though. Also, what makes this weird is that you have to press X to start. You don't press A like you do in some other games. And this is a drag race. And what I like about this is that you have to hold the brake and then start, and you have to and then you have to hold acceleration, and make sure that it stays on green so that you can get a perfect start. Other than that, you might get a good start or a bad start. Basically, it says your RPM. I don't exactly know what that means, but yeah, make sure that it goes on green if you're planning on getting this game. Also, the controls on here are actually kinda tough. And I don't mean that it's tough to do this and that. It's the truck itself. Trying to control the truck and wanting the truck to do what you want it to do. That's what makes the controls hard on the truck. And I got a bad opinion for this as well. Now, I do like I I like how you have to use the right thumbstick to use the rear steer. I didn't know how they were going to implement that when I first heard about this game, but they actually want you to use the thumbstick for the rear steer, and I really like that. That's what this other Monster Truck game called Monster Jam uh Steel Titans, they want you to use the right thumbstick for the rear steer, and I actually like that. I like how they implemented that in this game. It makes it easier to me. And apparently, my last drag race, I didn't make it. I lost in the first round, or the second round. So this is actually going to be a first for me, making it to the finals. Come on, RPM. No! Okay, I almost had it. But hopefully, I can win. It sounds good, too. The game actually sounds... It actually does sound good. Take a listen. The game actually does sound good, to say the truth. I wasn't sure how it was going to sound. I was in for not knowing how it sounds at all. But it actually sounds good, but I think they probably could have done a better job with the engine revving. I think they could have done a better job with the with how the engine sounds. But other than that, the game is fun. It's just hard to control the damn truck. That's where the toughness comes in. Because if you want the truck to do something certain, it doesn't do it. And some things in freestyle are also tough to do, like wheelie. It's tough to actually keep a wheelie going when your truck literally just stands up and just stays there.
Now's their chance to prove who is best. So
These
let's get
stadiums
ready for
too,
fun.
they had
This is a
something,
high-octane
whatever the
race,
heck
JJ.
stadium, and then they have Lion Stadium. I don't think, okay, of course they're based on real stadiums, of course, but I don't think these are actual names. Cause isn't MetLife Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts? I think in Foxborough they have MetLife Stadium. I don't think they have. I don't. I don't think Lion Stadium is the actual name for their stadium. I believe it's MetLife Stadium because Monster Jam went there for 3 straight years for the Path of Destruction tour. They also came to Baltimore, my hometown, and their last stop for the Path of Destruction tour was MetLife Stadium. And they're saying it was in Foxborough, Massachusetts. I think that's the stadium, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Because I'm not the smartest person in the world. I've been wrong about things, and I might be wrong about that. And I'm in 5th place right now. And I think I kind of made one of the. I think I did some kind of pit maneuver on one of the trucks. I didn't mean to do that. And also, it's hard to control. This is how it's hard. Okay, so okay, hold on. No, this is one of the things that makes it hard. Turning the truck is one of the hard parts. Both turning it with the front wheels or the rear steering. Turning it at all is the tough part. There's also something that see you're also able to drift, and I gotta learn how to do that. But it taught me how to do that, but I kind of forgot. But when I also did all of the training, so I basically know everything. But some stuff I might gotta do over again. And when they had drifting on there, I was like, this is different than what monster trucks would normally do. Because back then they called it flat tracking, but I don't think they call it that or do that anymore. But on here they call it drifting. And when I was in training doing doing drifting, the truck was basically the truck drifts and then it just comes to a complete stop basically. So basically I'll make it like halfway around the turn and then it'll just stop right there at the side of the turn. It'll stop like right in the middle of the turn. And that came in fourth. And they're also slower than. I don't have a problem with the trucks being slow, but they're slower than other monster trucks and other monster truck games.
We're in
Yeah, the
Foxborough,
trucks in this one
Massachusetts, and the
are
stadium
basically
is bursting at the
slower
seams. Tonight,
than
we're going to see a lot of crashing,
than
and
trucks in
wrecking.
other
It's time
games.
for a
Monster trucks in
destruction
other games.
contest. Get ready for the
I
show.
think the Liberator in GTA 5 might also be faster. Okay, okay, now this right here is something that I haven't done before. This is called Destruction, and I haven't done this before in this game, and I assume that it must be the same as it is in Monster Jam, you know, cause the most destruction. But I don't think it's the same. But this right here is actually new for me, and I really don't feel like editing this video. So I'm probably not gonna edit this video because I really don't feel like it, but I might need to. There might be at a time when my voice goes quiet and I don't feel like editing. I really don't. So if I go quiet at some point, and you can skip ahead to when I start talking again, because I just don't feel like editing, and I don't want to go into it. They call this an endo? Get down! See, that's the problem. That's the goddamn problem. He does a wheelie and he drags it on the bumper, but he's dragging it on the bumper, but it's not how it should. But that's not how a wheelie should look though. Is not supposed to drag it on the bumper like that. He's just supposed to just like straight go. But depending on how your wheelie starts, it'll drag on the bumper like that, just like that. No, no, I'm in first. No, and I'm stuck again. But I won though. And that's actually my favorite move. My favorite move in this game to do is the wheelie. No, in Monster Truck game to do is the wheelie. That's actually my favorite move to do in Monster Truck games. And for me to not be able to do it, for it to end up like that, kind of not happy. Oh yeah, my sponsor. I just completed the sponsor. So okay, I do have a sponsor. I just don't have any paint or any of that crap on my truck. Now I've already done destruction and I'm a race and yada yada yada. I'm gonna go to a quick event. So they have race, they have time trial, they have drag race, and freestyle. And I just did destruction, so I'm gonna go into freestyle. And your freestyles can last up to 180 seconds, which I believe is 3 minutes. You can only have up to 7 opponents. There are no lags because it's freestyle, and you can use a custom truck or a default truck. Wait a minute. Hell Pizza. Okay, I have never seen this truck. I've never seen that truck. I got a DOC earlier for ordering it earlier, but I've never seen these two trucks on here. There's another truck that I should have on here too. I forgot what it was called. I need to look it up and basically I need to see if that truck is here, some kind of Patriot truck, but I've never seen this truck. Well, I've seen them in the previews, but I never used them. I don't know which one to use. I kind of want to use that one because it reminds me of old trucks, but I use Party Animal. I never seen these trucks though. You gotta be kidding me. I could have used these trucks and never mind. Let's just go. Let's just fucking go. And no, I'm not gonna edit this, so if I go quiet, then I'm sorry, but I don't feel like editing this. I'm gonna have a long day tomorrow and the day after that, and I don't feel like editing this right now. That's the thing. You gotta press X to start the event, which is weird. And I like how the loading time isn't long in this game either. I like how they're doing that. And PlayStation says they want to stop loading screens. They want to kind of like eliminate that. But we'll see when the new system comes out. Also, they have slow motion when you hit certain parts of the ramp when it first starts. I think that happens right here. There we go. Ah, sweet slow motion. Now slow motion, I don't know. I only know that it happens on certain parts of some levels, but the levels that I do for the first time, I don't know when it's going to happen. Of course, oh damn, there's one. So this happened on. This is the second level that this has happened on. Slow motion happened on the first move that I hit that you start on. Then it happened at the backflip ramp. Now, of course, the first move that you hit, if you literally don't turn the wheels and keep going, it's going to happen on the very first move that you hit if you literally go forward and it starts. But I've never seen that happen on any other obstacles. This is the first time that it's ever happened to me 3 times. But I've never seen that happen on any other obstacles though, and I like slow motion because it slows down the game to let you see the truck in action. In a slower pace, you can really see the truck. I can't explain it, but I just like slow motion. Another thing that I like is how your truck gets dirty. On this game, the trucks get really dirty. This is the first time I've seen this, and I'm starting to like it. The truck is actually getting very dirty. I like that. What they should do is have some rainy tracks on here so that your truck can get very muddy. And that's what they don't have in Monster Truck games. They don't have tracks that involve rain. I assume that it's going to make it too hard for the player to drive if they implement that correctly. I don't know, but it would it would make it funner. Sorry about that. It would make it more fun if they had rainy track, because it gives the player a bigger challenge to me. But they never had that in any multi-shot game that I play. They probably won't. But it would be more fun if they had some rainy levels on some monster truck games, and some snow levels too. I've seen it before, and some snow if possible. That'd be fun too. Alright, the clock is winding down. I have 30 seconds left almost. There it is, 30 seconds. And some white thing that was on my truck just came off. I'm still losing. I'm not doing as good as I should be. But that's because I don't want to flip over and end up on my roof or have to save it, because saving it is okay, but it takes too long for the truck to save, unlike it does in another Monster Truck game. No, there are two Monster Truck games where it's easier to save your truck. And on here, the trucks don't go as fast either. And this is only my second time playing the game, so I still don't know what the hell could happen if I completely lose my mind on this track. But I do have to find that DLC to get that truck, and I will after I'm done with this video. But overall, if you like Monster Truck games, for this, I think this is a good Monster Truck game to at least start out with, then move on to some of the other games. Cause this one is very slow pace. This game is kind of like a training wheels type of game to me. Because the trucks aren't very fast unless you upgrade them. I believe that unless you upgrade the trucks, they'll become faster. But if you like play this for like a good little bit, then this is so far it's like a training wheels type of thing. In Monster Jam Steel Titans, you're able. The trucks are. I can't really explain it, but that game. Monster Truck Steel Titan is a lot harder than this game by like a lot. And as you can see on the back of this truck, there's a flag, and the flag doesn't even fly through the air. On Monster Jam Steel Titans, the flags fly through the air, and I think they even break off. On this, the flag doesn't even move; it just sits there like it's a part of the like it's a statue on the back of a truck, and I really don't fucking like that. I was going to put a flag on one of my custom trucks so I could have it fly around, but I don't think I'm going to do that now. But there are a lot of things that they did get right. They got the wheels right. The names aren't too bad. They got the stadiums, how you have to cover up one front part of the stadium and then the fans are there. I like that. And they have a little bit of fans at the very top, as you can see in some parts of the stadium. But I think they should have had more fans at the very top, to me. Let me restart my truck. Oh god. One thing that they didn't get right was the body. A Monster Truck body doesn't look like this. A Monster Truck body doesn't exactly look like this. It looks very different. They probably made it like this because of the body type of the truck, but even with that huge rectangular type body, it still doesn't look like this. But they got the shocks right, the gas pipe right, the driver and the engine, they got that right, and the chassis and stuff. You can actually upgrade the chassis and all that. It just didn't get the exact type of two-frame body correctly. But I'm not complaining about it. I'm not saying it's bad. They just didn't get it right, but it's not affecting the truck in any way, so it's okay. It's just not the correct one, but it's okay. I'm not saying it's bad or whatever, they just didn't get it right. But I tell you one thing, I don't know if they did the research on monster trucks in general, but I think they did. I think they really thought and did the research on the stadiums, and the cards and stuff, because these are ramps. In Monster Jam, all they really have nowadays are ramps, so they got the monster trucks of now correctly. And one thing that I was surprised that they were doing was that they actually added cars, a good, like, a lot of cars into the stadiums, like the ones on top of this rim and the ones that end of the rim. I'm surprised that they added cars. I thought they were just gonna have ramps. And these backflip walls too, that surprised me too, and RVs and stunt jumps and all that. I'm surprised that they actually had all of that in their game. Apparently they really did the research on monster trucks in general, and I actually do like that. So Unreal Engine, I believe they're the people who made this game. They really did their research, and they actually did very, very good. Now this right here isn't a game. This right here is well, basically, I'm going to end it there, guys, and I hope you enjoyed. This has been Monster Truck Championship. Now, the game is nice for you to start off with if you don't upgrade your truck. It's a nice game to start out with, and then move on to some of the other Monster Truck games like Steel Titans and Monster Truck Destruction. But if you do upgrade your truck on here, I believe it'll become faster and more better. So I believe that's what's going to happen. And that's what I'm going to do, because I believe they become faster. But if you just want to like start out and get good, then start out with this game and then move on to the other Monster Truck games like Steel Titans and Monster Truck Destruction. Or you can get better on this and then play the other games just to have more fun. But this right here, this isn't a bad game. There's just some things that they have to improve. The sound of the monster truck they could have done differently. The trucks moving faster on the track, unless they get faster if you the trucks moving faster on the track I would like, but if they move faster when you upgrade them, then they don't have to change that. Now the body type of some of the trucks, like the one that you just saw, they that's okay, I guess. There's no problem there. They just didn't do it correctly, but that doesn't matter. That right there to me doesn't exactly matter. All all they could have done was the engine could have sounded differently, and that's the only that's one of the main things. They could have made it sound different, and the controls um uh it it makes the controls harder because of how the truck turns. When the truck turns, it sometimes it slides too much and I hit a wall, like you saw earlier in the video. That's one thing that I think they should fix. They may have updates to improve some stuff. I don't know, but I'll see. But I think I might upload this some more. I don't know how long the videos will be, but we'll see. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this game, and the game. But I will tell you one thing: the game is not boring. Sometimes it'll take you a good little bit to get used to it, because I'm still getting used to it. I'm kind of used to a little bit of it already, but I believe it's gonna take you a little bit of time to get used to it, like it does in many games. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really helps me out. And I will see you all in the next video. Alright, see ya.